When you have the ability to raise people's energy, to a level where they feel better about themselves, they will break down doors, they will climb through windows, they will break through walls in order to spend time with you. All you need then is a billing system. It's not how much money you make, it's how you make your money. So I've had businesses where I've made millions of dollars, but I wasn't doing what I loved, so I wasn't happy. And when I first got into business, when I first had the desire to get into business, it's because I wanted to have money, because I grew up in an environment where I didn't have a lot of money. And so when I started making money for the first time, all the voids that I thought I had as a result of the absence of money started to get filled. But what happened was the voids that were underlying, that were really there, like the true insecurities, they started to become more apparent. And what I started to realize is the more money I made, the more insecure I was becoming, because all I was doing was putting band-aids on, on chafed skin. I wasn't actually going into and fixing the real issues at heart. I guess it comes down to defining what success means to you. Like in the early stages, to me, success was money orientated. And when I was in the pursuit of money and I wasn't making it, I used to question myself all the time, am I really cut out to be successful? But when I finally made that shift, when I finally started to understand that success is the pursuit of purpose, success is the expression of purpose, and once you get to do that, then you realize that no matter how you do it, you're succeeding. So for me, once I made the transition from being money focused to being purpose focused, it was quite an easy, it was an easy transition from there. And from there it was more about developing a healthy relationship with failure. Because to me, your relationship with failure is just as important as your relationship with success is just as important as your relationship with failure. Because success is one of those things, depending on how you define it, that not everybody achieves on a consistent basis. Okay, so they often assume that once I meet the one, it'll be amazing. But they keep on meeting all these people in between that don't make them feel that way, because they don't really have a relationship with what success is, because they've never really spent much time with success. But one of the things that a lot of us do is we spend a lot of time with failure, because everybody fails. That's how we grow, that's how we learn. But what I find really curious is people's relationship with failure, and what does failure mean to people? Because to most people, they don't realize that failure is nothing more than a signpost. It's a requirement to identify skills, knowledge and experience gaps that need to be filled in order for it to achieve success. But most people look at success in isolation of failure. Whereas for me, they're one and the same. And if anything, the pursuit of success to me is the pursuit of failure intelligently. How do you pursue skills, knowledge and experience? How do you pursue activities in a way that identifies skills, knowledge and experience gaps in a way that gives you what is required so that you can get one step closer to your goals? And I think when most people fail, they look at it as something as bad. They look at something as wrong and not realize that failure is actually the essential ingredient in order to succeed. But it's that relationship with when people fail, what is that first instinct? What does it mean? Does it mean it's a good thing? Does it mean it's a bad thing? And for me, being able to reframe failure in every moment, regardless of the context of the situation, that's critical. I think it's fair to say that regardless of your pursuit, you're not going to get financial rewards, in most cases, really solid financial rewards for at least the first 3 to 5 years. And so for me, that's why the best piece of advice I can give anyone is to pursue what you love. Because if you're pursuing money, your temperament, your mood, your feelings will be governed by how much money people are giving to you in any moment. And when you're an entrepreneur, and especially when you're starting out, people don't want to give you money. And so for me, when you start to develop a relationship with what it is that you're here to do, then the rewards are just, they come whether you're making money or not. So the more connected we are to purpose, the easier it is for us to express that potential, do what it is that we love, and the rewards there in the activity, not in the consequence. So for me, a piece of advice that I'd give on top of that is focus on the things that as a natural consequence produce what it is that you're looking for. When you focus on money, and what the behavioural science tells us, people who focus on money are 8 times more likely to engage in deceit, deception, and fraud-related behaviour, because they're focusing on money. Whereas what I prefer to do is to focus on the activity, which in my case is the purpose, the expression of purpose, done in a really sound and intelligent commercial way that as a natural consequence produce money. So as a result, I don't have to focus on money, I just focus on delivering value in a commercially intelligent way, and the money takes care of itself. And so therefore, my decision-making process is never compromised by someone waving a dollar bill in front of me. It's always going to be governed by the things that are actually genuinely important to me, because delivering value, when you deliver value in a commercially intelligent way, you can't help but make money. It was Stuart Wall who wrote the book, The Trick to Money is Having Some. When you have the ability to raise people's energy, to a level where they feel better about themselves, they will break down doors, they will climb through windows, they will break through walls in order to spend time with you. All you need then is a billing system.